guys, oh my gosh, finally, I did a colorful makeup tutorial. You guys know wild and fun colors intimidate the hell out of me. So the reason I did this is because on Instagram for like a few days in a row, Karen, I Love Sarai, she was posting these beautiful pictures, just like full beat, amazing makeup, and I commented, I was like, damn, you make me want to do a full beat, and I'm like not that girl ever, but I was so inspired to just go for it, and you guys know for me this is like really going for it, even though this may not be like a super full beat to some of you. I was just so inspired. I was like, I have to do something colorful and just full glam. So it ended up being this like violet, purple, bluish amazingness. I actually really love this look. So stick around and watch how I created it. So because this is a colorful, dramatic eye look, I'm gonna do the eyes first, wipe off any fallout, and then move on to the face. So you guys know that I don't normally prime my lids, but for a heavier look like this, I definitely want to put something down. So I'm going to take the concealer that I'm going to be using on my face. It's the Born This Way by Too Faced. The color is medium. Apply that to my lids. And then just with my finger, spread it out. Blend it. So this is just going to give me a good even base to start with. I don't know why I don't like eyelid primers. It's just not for me. And I'm also going to take my setting powder, the CoverFX. It's called their Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent. So I'm going to take some of that and just pat it on my lids too. I'm going to take my favorite blending brush, the Smith 232. And for this look, I'm going to use Shayla's collab with ColourPop. It's called the Perception Palette. You can see there's really good blues and purples in this. I'm going to start first with Culture. This is a really perfect transition color, so that's just going to go right into my crease. Really easy. Next up, I'm taking the Smith 235 and I'm going to dip into Revenge. It's kind of like a brick red shade. And with this, I'm really just going to sort of line the edge of that transition color. And then blend them together. And now just with that same brush, I'm going to go into September. And this is just going to go all across the lid, all the way into the inner corner. So really pat that color in to get that color payoff, because it's a gorgeous color, even though we're going to go over it with a darker purple. I've always loved purple and orange together. A long time ago I did kind of like a jewel tone makeup look, and it was just purple and orange. It's so pretty together. All right, enough horsing around. Let's go right into the darker color. The color that I'm using is called Shade, and it's a really unique color because it has sparkles in it, but it's like just blends in with the shadow. I'm going to take that with this LC Cosmetics brush. It's E2. And I'm going to start at my lash line. I'm just going to start blending along the way. And if you have deep set eyes, mine border on deep set, really study your lids. Study them. Become familiar with what works well on your lid. I know for me, I always have a problem right at the crease because it's, you know, it folds. The color doesn't actually consistently go on. It's more like, kind of like leaves a line. So I really have to work at blending it out and making it not look that way. All right, moving on to the other side. Pick up some more of that shade. It's called Shade. The shade is called Shade. And then again, starting right at the outer corner, pressing that color in and laying down in the pattern that I want to see it. So it's kind of like a C. And then picking up a little more of September and just blending those edges. So I'm taking this by ColourPop. It's called their Supernova Shadow in Moonlit. So it's a really perfect purple to go with this look. And then I'm taking this brush by LC Cosmetics. It's the E4. Start applying to the center of this. That's really pretty. And on the other side, I'm actually just going to apply this with my finger. Because it was kind of difficult with a brush. Alright, so I'm going to pause the eyes for right now. I just wiped off all of the fallout under my eyes. So now I'm going to prep my face. I'm going to use the Glossier Luxurious Face Cream. I stopped by their store yesterday and I actually chatted with Emily Weiss. And she told me some interesting things about this. So I was really excited to try it out. I'm going to use this as my base. Just a good, rich cream. How about I dyed my grays yesterday? And I did such a sloppy job because it's all over my hairline. Yikes. So for my foundation, I'm taking the Armani Luminous Silk in 7.5. I'm a little more tan right now. Usually I use 6.5, and 6.5 is an olive girl's best friend. This is just a little bit more tan. I feel like I haven't used a beauty blender in a really long time. And actually, once you're done applying foundation to your face, you can even use it to soften the edges of your brow bone. Now I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in medium. And I'm just gonna go to town with this. And this isn't like a super heavy concealer, so I don't feel so bad about putting so much on. And then with the pointy side of the Beauty Blender, just blending that out. All right, now going in with a little bit of contour, I'm gonna take the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation. This side is the foundation, this side is the contour side. The color I'm using is the 3.1. I'm just gonna hit up hollows of my cheeks. Bit into my, wow, that was a lot. That was definitely too much. A little bit on the, hit those gels. It's actually quite the illusion. Look, it actually just shaped, obviously it's not blended yet, but I just left it like that, head on. Looks really sharp. Not that I want it to be that sharp, but it looks like that. Okay, so taking the other side of the Beauty Blender, just gonna blend this out. Get some definition. Blend out that sharp edge on my jaw. Just narrowing out the tip of my nose a little bit. All right, now taking that CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder. It really is the perfect setting powder. I'm gonna take a heaping brush full of this and set the crap out of my under eyes. I don't feel bad about putting a ton of this on because it is talc free. Wow, that is just so much. So to blend a lot of this warmth together, I'm gonna use the Sicilian bronzer by Dolce Gabbana. I love the cover of this. So I'm just going to take this brush, dip into this. And just, like I said, just blend that warmth together. And then the Terracotta Light in Deep Golden. You guys remember how good this smells, right? I should really make a fragrance out of this. That is really good. Anyway, this is sort of gonna be my blush because it has that coral swirl in there along with the bronze and the gold. For the highlight, I'm using the Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo, and I'm using kind of a buffing brush, and I'm gonna mix the two together and just start applying this. Ooh, pretty. Love that. And the reason I'm using this brush is because it blends the two colors the best. So, it's such a good highlight. All right, so we're done with the face. Back to the eyes. What to do with the bottom lash line. Because the thing is, we've got this really gorgeous blue in here. It's called 14. You know what I could do? I could mix the purple and blue together. Let's see what that looks like. Definitely should have tried this off camera first. What do you know? So I mixed September and 14 together, and it gave me this. You can't really see it, but it's gonna look really nice under my eyes. It's like that violet, bluish purple. Is that what violet is, or did I make that up? I don't think I've ever actually tried that, mixing shadows together. I've mixed plenty of creams, but never powders. Oh, by the way, the brush I'm using is LCE5. So I'm definitely using false lashes for this look, but first I'm gonna go in with the Legendary Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury. And hit those top and bottom lashes. I feel like we're going through like a shedding season or something, because I feel like a lot of my hair is falling out and my lashes are falling out. I gotta make sure I give these a second to dry, otherwise it's gonna end up right there. So for the lashes, I'm using the Ardell Faux Mink in 812, but it's the kind that tapers at the edges, so it goes like this. So if you cut it in the center, you can actually use one strip for both eyes as like corner lashes. And test it out. Looks good. Hello? Hey, what's going on?
Come on, man. How are you?
Good. I'm shooting a video right now.
Where are you?
I'm in my studio. So I put on this lash while I was on the phone right now. For those of you who saw my last video, the vlog, you saw the baby shower that I hosted for my friends John and Maria. So that was the dad, John. The baby was born 3 or 4 days ago. John and I have been friends for like more than 20 years. He's like always been my brother, not by blood obviously, but I definitely didn't want to miss that call. I wanted to know how baby was doing. I always visualize how the lashes are gonna look, and in my mind they're always much more dramatic than they actually turn out. And now hitting the brows with my Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in the color Soft Brown. The one thing I'm not shedding are brows, thank goodness. All right, round on the corner here. I just have lips left. I'm gonna start with a lip liner by Laura Mercier. It's called Natural Lips. That's the color. I'm just gonna contour a little bit. And then just fill in. And then for the gloss, I'm using the Marc Jacobs gloss in Sugar Sugar. This is a really pale gloss, so that's why I like to start with the liner first, so it just deepens the color slightly. You guys, I gotta be honest, I really, really love this look. I know I don't do color very often. It's mostly because I just have to exert a lot more energy for it. And this is in life too, not just for tutorials. Obviously, my tutorials reflect what I normally do in life, but I feel like maybe I'll start wearing more color now because I really love this. I hope you guys loved it just as much. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you want to see anything specific, you guys know I have a hair tutorial or a hair video, hair care, general hair care video coming up. But if you want to see any specific brand reviews, makeup tutorials, anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.